All right. Hey guys, welcome back to some crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on the monthly time frame and all that good stuff, and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few months regarding the and how the volume going to impact our price action and all that good stuff. Okay, so let me check the chat room to see if you guys can hear, right? If the sound is good. Zong, Zena, thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Quiet Cook in the house. What up, man? Tails in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. So don't forget to hit the likes and make sure to hit the notification, so you can get all my notification and all that good stuff, right? And I'm gonna upload another short video update regarding the 3D 6-hour time frame and all that good stuff. But during the live stream, I just wanted to focus on the monthly time frame. And if I can make it a short live stream, I will talk about the other good stuff, right? But the the monthly time frame, it is going to be quite important, because if you guys recall, since like December, we talked about the monthly 21 EMA. We talked about how important it is going to be for our for the bulls to basically hold the 21 EMA at 37k 37k area within the next like a few weeks and all that good stuff. And we did, okay. We did get the support we needed. We didn't care about the volume, but we knew in terms of directional move based on our 3D basis. Make sure to watch my next uploaded video, right? It is going to be a short video update to understand exactly why we were looking for the 37k area and all that good stuff, right? Now we got multiple questions to ask, okay, and trying to figure out if we can basically predict or basically analyze the market regarding the next directional move, right? The first one going to be why the volume is so important. So the volume is very, very important in terms of trading, okay? Sometimes I don't talk about the volume because it is obvious to me. I've been trading the market like for so long now. I can basically deal with the volume without talking about the volume. You see what I'm saying? But if you take a look at it right here, I've been talking about it like back in 2019, right? If you guys been following Send Crypto long enough, you take a look at right here, a decreasing volume, right, and a decreasing prices, right? It means like we in a correction. It doesn't mean like we the correction won't dump lower, but it means like people are basically accumulating. All right, so what we're seeing right now in terms of decreasing volume, it means like the entire range right there, right, it is what accumulation. Okay, as you can see, the biggest volume was at the top. Okay, we're not getting yet any big volumes. Okay, it doesn't mean we cannot get any big volumes in this range, but all I'm saying is whenever we see price decreasing, right, and volume decreasing, we know it is a buying opportunity. So we're talking about on a monthly. So if I'm buying BTC at 40k, 30k, 20k, on a monthly basis, you're not expecting like to just pump back up to like let's say 60k, 80k, 100k in a week or so. So it could take like multiple months, okay, or even years to basically get the macro trend you're looking at. So a good example is right here. Back in 2019, even back in 2019, the volume was decreasing. We all remember what happened back in let's take a look at it right here, 2018. We all remember what happened back in 2018, right? If you take a look at what happened back in 2018, we got a similar structure: decreasing volume, decreasing prices. But if you are a moon boy, you're gonna be like, okay, I want BTC to pump to like a 50k, but you're not going to be paying attention to the reaccumulation phase. Market was just telling you, hey, just suck it up, buy at the monthly 21, and if we dump lower, we're going to be, you're going to find support at the 50 EMA right here. Okay, that's the blue line. So if we take a look at our current structure, it is pretty much similar to what we had back in 2018. Decreasing volume, price action moving sideways or lower. So the reason why I'm saying lower, because we're not really, we did not really get a clean all-time high. Yes, it was like a 69, but we were only like above 65 for only like few weeks. Okay, the next month after that basically closed below 65. So only one candle closed above 60k actually. No candle closed above like a 65. So basically what we've been seeing over the last like a few months was just sideways correction. Okay, so basically how the big volume, the next question will be how the big volume basically going to impact the structure. Okay, for the moon boys, they're going to be like, okay, all right, we want a big volume, we know we will get one. Okay, we know we will get a big volume. So if we're going to get a big volume, all right, let's assume, after the retest of the monthly 21 EMA right here, the volume going to be red, actually green. Let's just say green for the moon boys first, right? Okay, let's say the volume going to be green. So if we're going to break the structure, meaning like the lower volume right here, over the last 12-13 months, right? Actually since like March, since 11-12 months, right? If we're going to get a big volume, guys, you guys must know what's going to happen, right? It means like we will basically be looking for our 180k and all that good stuff, because we will basically start a new macro uptrend. Okay, we're not going to talk about the the Elliott wave perspective and all that good stuff, right, in details, but we talk about how important it is, for the bulls to potentially create a running flat, meaning like BTC will not break out below 30k. So on a monthly basis, we already got the running flat, because if you take a look at it right here, we did not close below 35k, and we talked about it also, right, back in back in November, December, we said no candle close below 35k on a monthly basis. So if you want to trade it based on the monthly time frame, we already got our confirmation of a potential running flat. And if we're going to get a running flat in a continuation pattern, meaning like a continuation pattern, we have to get a big volume to break out above the reaccumulation phase right here. Okay, so if you take a look at it on basically on Coinbase, right? So if you take a look at it on Coinbase, right, we did get a nice reaccumulation phase, right there, right? But the big volume was a dump. Okay, the big volume was a dump. So if we go back to Bybit, right, it doesn't matter which exchange you use, because the volume will change. Okay, the entire volume profile will change if we get a big volume. So it just looks better on Bybit, because you can visually see like the decreasing volume with the macro reaccumulation phase, right? So it means like if we're going to get a red volume right here, guys, okay, I'm just going to repeat it. If the volume going to be red, it means like we most likely going to break out below the 21 EMA, and the potential running flat going to be invalidated, possibly, right? In case we just break out, like let's say below 25 26k and all that good stuff, it could probably create another pattern, but we might not be calling it an expanded flat. Yes, it can be expanded, but if it is like dumping down to like 18k and all that good stuff, for me personally, I wouldn't be calling it an expanded flat. Okay, however, if we just get a strong support at the monthly 50 EMA, if we take a look at it on Coinbase, right, the monthly 50 EMA right now, it is at 24.25. It is at 24.25. So you can see, like on Coinbase, you can't even see the decreasing volume. Okay, like like the way you can see it on Bybit. You can see it the way you can see it on Bybit. It looks pretty clean on Bybit, right? So something to keep in mind going forward. If we get a big volume in terms of selling pressure, right, we could be looking for prices below the monthly 2-1 EMA. But as of now, we don't want to be focusing too much on prices, right? We just want to focus on what the volume and the direction. Okay, meaning like if the volume is red, we most likely going to be dropping lower. If the volume is what, green, we're most likely going to be breaking up potentially above all-time high and all that good stuff, right? So the direction is what's important in this live stream, and in a, you know, during the next live stream and all that good stuff, we will talk about like a supports and resistances and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC in terms of wave analysis, right? So in terms of wave analysis, I'm not gonna basically you know, spend too much time, right, regarding the wave analysis. But what we said regarding BTC, right, in terms of wave analysis back in 2020, right, we said the wave right here was going to be what, our wave 1. We got wave 1, that's wave 2, and we said we're gonna pump all the way up to you know, at least 40 to 44k. We got a double top at 65 69k range. Now we're looking for our wave 4, right? And after that, we're looking for our wave 5. So based on Elliott wave alone, okay, regardless of what the volume will do, right, a pump will basically confirm the entire macro trend, right? The entire macro trend, the pump will confirm it, right? Even a dump, okay, down to the monthly 50, right, or even lower possibly. We don't want to basically focus too much on prices right now. We just want to focus on direction. Even a dump down to the monthly 50 right there, it is still going to confirm what, the macro directional move, right? Because the range right here could be our way forward still. It could still be what, expanded, right? As long as we can, you know, stay above, like, let's say 24 22k area, okay, depending on volatility, right? And most of the time, guys, we can even wick down to 20k, like what happened right here. Remember the March 2020 crash, right? It was only for a 24 hours, okay? BTC only dumped like 50% in 24 hours, okay? So if you're waiting for, like, let's say like a 3 weeks of sideways correction and all that good stuff, sucker going to be reversing, okay? So if the monthly volume going to be red, you know, yes, we could dump lower, but I don't think like we will stay there too long, okay? Because the volume we got right there, okay, it is telling us we're about to get something very, very, very big, and that could just end what? It could just end the entire sideways correction. Okay, if we pump, it means like we just have to keep on pumping. If we dump, it means like it is done. It just has to basically reverse after that, based on the macro view, right? Based on the macro directional move. Remember, the macro directional move is saying we got to pump regardless of what we get. The macro directional move is saying we got to pump, right, all the way up to some crazy prices over the next like a few months and all that good stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy? Thanks a lot for tuning in. XRP, Mr. XRP 589. Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Shani in the house, thanks a lot, man. Aymal 101 in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. So guys, let me know if you have any question regarding the monthly volume, because it is very, very important. Sometimes I like to do these macro analysis to just, you know, give you guys a macro update so we know where we at exactly, because we've been spot on, guys. We've been spot on regarding BTC for the last 3 to 4 years. So since 2018, we've been spot on a macro view. Yes, short-term trading, you're not going to catch all of them, right? But on the macro view, we know the direction. The BTC direction is up. So we just got to take care of the volume over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months, depending on how slow or fast our volatility going to be, and then bang, we will be looking for 180 to 100K and all that good stuff, right? Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in, Hank. So make sure to share the content, guys. If you're watching, make sure to share it to some moon boys and some doom boys too, right? So now I think we only got like 16 minutes, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on the 6 hour, right? Because I was thinking like I'm gonna do the live stream in like 1 hour, but I managed to do it under 17 minutes, right? So if you take a look at BTC on the 6 hour, most of you guys know already what I've been saying over the last few days. Okay, we got to get what the direction is what's important. The pump and dump, right? It is not important because BTC going to be pumping and dumping all the time. But if you don't know like why it is pumping and dumping and which way you should be positioning yourself, you could be in trouble. Okay, so if you watch our previous updates, okay, over the last few, let's go back to the higher time frame a little bit, right? On a 3D basis, I've been shouting, okay, I've been screaming, okay, the direction for BTC is what? Down. Okay, I've been screaming. Okay, remember we did have what? A flat correction at the top. It is very, very important because the flat correction we're creating right now, it could possibly look like the flat correction we created at the top right there. Remember right there what I was saying was like we could be, I'm bullish. Okay, I said clearly, right? I'm bullish, right? Remember, right there. Okay, what I said, right? Even in my premium, I said I'm bullish because it is what? It is a flat correction, just like what we're creating right now on the macro view. However, okay, we just have to be very cautious because if the move we're getting right now, right there, back then, right, going to be an isolated wave, it means that we're going to be dumping. Okay, so it means that we're going to be dumping. So I was very clear, and as you can see right here, what we did, we created another flat correction. And what we did, I said, guys, we're going to be dumping. And after that, we created what? Another flat correction right here. And after that, what we did, we dumped. So a flat correction is what? A continuation pattern. And we just talk about it on the macro view, right? Regarding BTC on a monthly basis, right? Support at 30K. If we dump lower, it is still okay. It could be just an expanded flat, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a 6 hour basis. So if you take a look at the 6 hour basis, that's the same setup I just showed you on the 3D basis, right? Right there. Okay, so it is what? It is a flat correction. However, guys, right, if okay, the move we're getting right now, it is going to be an isolated wave, meaning like it is not going to be a C wave. It is going to be its own impulsive waves, right? We could be dumping lower. Okay, we could be dumping lower, right? So something to keep in mind right now. If we take a look at the MACD, we already what? Negative. So if the MACD is negative, right, and price action below the 21 EMA, right, it is what? It is a negative momentum, right? It is a negative momentum. So you guys much basically caught the move right here. If you've been watching me long enough, after we pushed to the upside right there, right, and did not cross bullish, you got to be like, oh, Sen said it. If we basically push back up and retest the top, right, and price action basically based on the MACD doesn't flip bullish, and we get the dump, before even we get the dump, if we get rejected right here and we did not cross bullish, we got to retest the 21 EMA. So that's what I've been saying over the last few days, and I was like, okay, BTC will retest what? Our 21 EMA support. Okay, now we're retesting the 21 EMA support. The momentum on the 6 hour, and lower, it is going to be what? It is going to be down till we get a clean correction. All right, because I don't think Jude is colorblind, right? So let me just do it like that. Okay, so now 6 hour momentum, it is starting to be negative, right? Even though we got what? A flat correction. Okay, remember the momentum on the 6 hour, it is starting to be negative. So we got to get back above the 21 EMA. If we break out now above the 21 EMA and MACD right here flips positive, right, we could basically confirm the flatness right there and basically say, hey, goodbye, just like what happened right here. Okay, just like what happened right here. As you can see, flat correction, we just bumped to the upside after that, right? So, and if you bought the dip right there around like 35 or even lower, you wouldn't care right now. You wouldn't care about what BTC is doing, because all you're going to be doing over the next like a few days is like, I'm just gonna wait, right, to get the confirmation of a reversal. We're starting to be bearish, but it is not confirmed yet. So I'm just gonna repeat it. 6 hour time frame, it is negative. However, it is not confirmed yet, because the pattern we got right here, it is similar to what we had right on our 3D time frame right there, right? Remember, right there. And we waited. Okay, we waited till the C wave was invalidated, and we said it's time to pack our bags, because we're going to the, we're going to the crypto abyss, right? And most likely we're going to be retesting 35K. Hopefully it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know so I can explain it again, right? Bearish divergence on 50D. Yes, the 50D cycle, I just don't have time, right? I didn't have time over the last few days to talk about the 50D cycle. But the 50D cycle, yes, we're not looking great. Okay, we're not looking great, okay? Yeah, we're not looking great on the 50D, but the good news regarding the 50D, right, is like most of the time, right, we don't get a candle opening and closing red below the 50D 21 EMA. So it means, last time we got a bearish candle below the 50D cycle was right here, and the volatility was so low, okay, back then. All the volatility was like to the upside, okay, back in 2015, right there, okay. That's the last time we opened and closed a candle below the 50D 21 EMA. That was like April 2015. So it is almost like 7 years since we opened and closed a candle bearish below the 50 EMA. Okay, I mean 21 EMA on the 50D, not 50 EMA. Okay, so it means like if we get a strong volume, okay, and we dump below our last year low, I don't have time to talk about it again, right? But we remember, BTC never closed below its previous yearly low in 12 years. Okay, in 12 years, right? 10 years, whatever. Okay, 12 years. Okay, 2009 and now. Okay, so as you can see right here on the yearly basis, right, we never closed, okay, below our previous yearly low. Okay, we've been making what, higher lows for like over 10 years. That's why I'm being bullish, even if we retest like 30K or even 25K, because I'm looking for what, 180 to 100K and all that good stuff. I know it is not going to be easy. I don't expect like 200K in 2022. If we get it, great. If we don't, we just have to suck it up and wait, for another few years and so on, right? So I think it is clear, right? What's up, Zabi? Thanks a lot for tuning in. All that good stuff. Hey, what's up, Cheese Wheel? It's been a while, man. You must have been dumping the market. You and Jude Moonboy. Okay, so I'm doing great today, guys. 24 minutes. So I think that is it, okay, for BTC. But if you go ahead and take a look at gold really quickly, right? Gold BTC, based on the monthly time frame, we got the proper rejection, okay? We got the proper rejection. So let's see, if gold BTC going to be retesting the 0.06 range, but it means like BTC will have to retest like 30K if PAX G BTC going to be pushing back up. but it doesn't matter. It is a flat correction, as you can see. So it is basically the inverse of BTC USD. It is a clean flat correction after a macro directional dump right there. Okay, so the only problem with this one is like volume was also decreasing. Okay, so if the volume is big, it means like it has to basically pump to the you know, monthly 21 EMA and all that good stuff, probably. Okay, but we will take a look at it, right? I think one thing I forgot to mention is like the volume on Coinbase, right? It is extremely low. Okay, let me just make that clear very quickly before we call it a day, right? So if we take a look at the volume on Coinbase right now, it is, hopefully you guys can see it, right there, right? The right corner, at the right corner, 160k BTC, not 160k dollar. Okay, so our last volume right here was like roughly around like 578, was 578k. Okay, 578,000 BTC. So it means like we got to nearly triple our volume, okay, for the rest of the month, and we only got, guys, 28 days for February. Okay, so we got like 18 days to go, and we got to get at least nearly, you know, let's say 400,000 BTC, okay, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, right, to basically close the monthly candle. So it means like the volatility has to be what, very high. I don't see us closing with like less than 250k BTC, okay, on Coinbase, because even the lowest volume right here during the uptrend was like nearly 370, and that was like back in July. Okay, that was like back in July. So I don't see us closing below like 300,000 BTC within the next like a few weeks and so on. So high volatility, guys, over the next like a few weeks, even going into like a March, it could be very volatile. Okay, it could be very volatile. So make sure to be on the right side. That way you won't get in trouble, you know, with the volatility. Because if you're on the wrong side, right, if it pumps and you're shorting, it might not come back. Okay, and you know, if you know you're long and sucker dump, you might wait for a few weeks or even month before it, you know, gets back up. You see what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Hopefully everything is clean and clear, and you guys enjoy the stream. Okay, all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.